We've got people in multiple states on this call, which is cool. So just as a reminder, Angie and Nikki come on every single Monday, and they bring us a market update, what's going on in the market from a mortgage perspective, which also, of course, plays into the real estate market and what we're doing every single week. And it's changing week to week pretty rapidly. So it's really nice to have Nikki come on every Monday for the most part. Unless she's on a vacation or a trip, but she's been very diligent to be on pretty much every Monday for us so that we know what's going on. And if not, then she sends us an update and then we share it with you. So we always have a market update. And then from there, what we want to do moving forward, since we are now mid-year, is use this for some accountability, again, so for some referral network stuff. So for those of you that just joined in, if you want to chat in the chat box where you service clients for referral purposes and getting to know people on the call, please do that. And by the end of the call, if there's something that you want us to hold you accountable to, we would love to be able to do that every Monday. So one of the things that Angie and Nikki and I know, being in this industry for a long time, is that if you are in the know about what's going on and you're the person that's out there sharing it amongst your sphere of influence, your friends, your family, your past and current clients and prospects, as well as your social media following, you're going to be looked at as the expert of choice. And that's what you need to be seen as. Hi, Zelda. That's what you need to be seen as in order to be successful. So that means be in the know and then go share what you know with others, so that you can help them to make educated decisions on buying and selling real estate. This is going to really help you. So our goal for this call, as a reminder for those of you watching live stream or those of you that are here live with us, is number one, to learn about what's going on in the market this week to week as the changes occur. Have some opportunity for accountability to your goals each week, to be able to network with others across the country, and then to be able to take what you learned today and go do something with it. Share it with at least one person, maybe somebody that is, looking to buy, a prospect you've been talking with, and the information is going to help them. Maybe it's a prospective seller that you wanted to share some information with, and maybe it's just your social media following in a video, or even an email or a text to your prospects or your database. It doesn't matter what you're doing, but you should take this information and pay it forward. That's the goal. And we want to turn you guys all into the local experts of choice. That's why we come on this call every Monday. And I'm not going to talk about what the goal of the call is every single Monday, but I just wanted to do a reset for those of you, because we've been out there marketing this and we're going to continue to do that. So tell your friends in EXP or anywhere. Everyone is welcome to join this call. This is for anybody. Tell them about this call and invite them to it. It's the same time, same day, same Zoom link each week. All right. So if you haven't already, chat in the chat box where you are from. And then if there's something that you have, one thing that's really important for you to finish this week, please chat in the chat box so that we can hold you accountable to next Monday when you show up. So Angie and Nikki, you guys can take it away from here.
Well, and Cari, I want a quick add to that. And this is such an opportunity for me because we've moved the call to 11:30 versus new, and I had back to back. So now what I've done is I've built in time. So I encourage you, block off 15 minutes and do something right after this call. Don't wait, because if we wait, we'll put it off, we'll put it off, we'll put it off. Like last week's call, it didn't go right away. So I didn't post it to my YouTube channel until Thursday or Friday because of technical difficulties. So, set yourself up for success and put it on your calendar, block out the time. And what I'm going to do is just go right to TikTok and create a TikTok with anything that I learned from this call, and do that every week. So, and again, only takes 10 to 15 minutes. So whatever social platform you're on, right after the call, have some time blocked and go take action immediately. Don't put it off.
Love it.
All right, Nikki, you're up.
All right. Good morning, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Nikki Erickson. I am with Kevnick Mortgage. I am a lender that is licensed across multiple states, and Angie has asked me to just come on and give market updates. So every week, what you'll hear from me is, a section that talks about where we're at from an interest rate standpoint and some of the things that are affecting the interest rates from a market standpoint. And then also an on the street section, which basically talks about some relevant information that you guys can bring to buyers or to your listings, or changes within the mortgage industry from a guideline standpoint that are going to affect how you speak to your buyers and your sellers about the people that are borrowing and creating mortgages in order to buy homes and the buyers of people who are selling homes. So first and foremost, so we can talk a little bit about rates today. After an extremely volatile week last week, we are back in the running. We are in the mid to high sixes, which is great. And when I say those rates, I talk about conforming 30-year fixed interest rates. So mid to high sixes on those, which is wonderful news. I'm happy to see that things have settled down. Not much going on in the market right now, but I know that from a mid to high six, I think that's where we're going to be sitting here from now until the foreseeable future. The Fed does have a meeting set for September, which will be the next opportunity for us to see a rate drop. There's been a lot of pressure on the Fed to make that happen by the next meeting. So we'll see what happens. They've been promising us all year, but we'll see kind of what the market does and what things can see going forward. From on the streets, there's a couple of things. Barry Habib, who's one of the experts within the mortgage industry and who, I personally watch a lot of his information and read a lot about his analysis of the economy and things that are happening from a mortgage industry standpoint. I was watching a video of him this past week, and he said that the National Association of Realtors put out a statistic that says for every 1 percentage point of interest rate drop, it makes 5 million new buyers eligible to purchase homes. So think about that for a minute. Any of your buyers that are sitting on the fence waiting for interest rates to drop, their competition is going to become that much harder when interest rates do drop by 1%, which we know that they will. And it's important for us to understand that when you have buyers that are looking in the market, interest rate is temporary. And to make sure that once those new buyers are eligible to purchase homes, that creates more competition, which creates higher purchase prices, which creates stronger negotiations, maybe even some revisits of appraisal gaps, things of that nature, and tricks and things that we're going to have to use in order to help these buyers into homes when interest rates do drop. So it's important for them to understand anybody that's on the fence, any buyers that you have on the fence, I would absolutely share that statistic with them. For every 1% of interest rate drop in the mortgage side of things, that opens the door to 5 million new buyers. And that is, think about that in terms of how that is spread out and what price point they're shopping at. Even if your buyers are in the super competitive price point, that's going to be even worse for them because they may end up actually pricing themselves right back out of home ownership if they wait for those interest rates to drop. So that's very important to keep in mind. And I thought it was a good reminder when I saw it. Also, wanted to talk real quick about some FHA guidelines that have changed that may or may not affect how your current FHA pre-approved buyers that are looking for homes, this may affect them in qualifying for future loans. So FHA released a number of guideline changes, but the two most important ones is if the client is getting gift money for the purchase of a home. Normally, or before the announcement came out, we had to verify the gift money, not only that it came from an acceptable donor, i.e. family, or number two, we had to get a copy of the donor's bank statement showing they had the funds available and see the transfer from the donor's bank statement to the buyer, from the buyer to the title company. So there was a lot of paperwork involved in verifying gift funds on an FHA mortgage. Now FHA has came out and said, you know what, as long as the donor sends the funds directly to the title company, it doesn't pass in the borrower's account, they can send it from their account directly to the title company. And as long as they signed the gift letter, we do not need that donor bank statement. That's important for comfortability from a donor standpoint, because a lot of times we will get pushback and the donor saying, hey, I don't want to hand my personal information over to you. What is this about? Things of that nature. So it's important to understand that there's been some increased flexibility in gift funds, which is wonderful news. The second thing that has changed from an FHA standpoint is under certain circumstances. So if we are getting federal tax returns from a client and they show that they are owing money, so in other words, they have an IRS debt that they have to pay back, we then also have to get state tax returns to check if they owe money to the state as well. So that's another thing that FHA changed, and why that's important is because that can affect our debt to income ratios. That can affect how much we qualify for a home, whether or not they've paid that debt, whether it's delinquent, whether they've set it up for payments, things of that nature. So FHA is digging in a little bit deeper for clients where we have tax returns that show IRS debt that needs to be paid or is on a payment plan. They're saying, whoa, wait a sec. We also have to check the state debt too. Conforming loans have not followed suit for this. So it's important to note that conforming loans have not followed suit on this. In a conforming loan, most of the time, you do not even need to show tax returns. So it's important that if you have FHA buyers right now that are pre-approved, make sure you go back to their lender and say, hey, I know that there's a couple changes that have happened from an FHA standpoint in when it relates to tax debt. Can you please confirm or please check the file? Please make sure that we don't have issues in the price point that the client is qualifying for. Notoriously, FHA loans have higher debt to income ratios. And so we have to make sure that we double check those pre-approvals for anyone that you have out shopping that's an FHA client right now.
Yeah.
So a lot of information today.
Wow.
Any questions?
Yes, questions.
Angie was still taking notes. Yeah. Who
Oh.
has any questions on that, or who needs anything to be repeated, if anything, or any experiences that you're having?
Yeah.
Okay. Also, I wanted to mention, Angie had said that Cari and both reiterated, like after the call, go out and do your TikTok with what you've learned or your reels or your video. I also do, after the calls, I'll also do a synopsis video. Today is going to be on the information from Barry Habib and the 1% drop and the increase in buyers. That is something that you guys can go on to my TikTok and my Instagram and share, and do your stitch or, do whatever you need to do in order to make it your own. That's always available for you. I'll put my handle in the chat. And then also I wanted to let you guys know that I also have a new email address. So I will put that in the chat as well. And we will kind of just go from there.
Love it. So good. Yeah, I have so many good things. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 opportunities just that I can get out there and promote and show that I am the expert with your expertise and also share yours. So I'm looking for that, and I'll definitely be duetting your TikTok for sure. Yeah.
So does anybody want to show how to do that? Do you want to share your screen and show? You probably can't because you're on TikTok. So let's explain how to do it. Does everybody know how to do that? Does everybody know how to go and find Nikki on TikTok? And she put her handle here. So mortgages from MN to AZ. Okay, so if you go on TikTok and find her, make sure you go there, find her, follow her so that you're connected on TikTok. And then you can go and look at all of the videos that Nikki's doing. And she's going to do the one that you might want to share today for an example. And so watch the video, make sure you know kind of what it's talking about. And then what you can do is you can click the little arrow at the bottom, like where it says to share this TikTok video. And when you share it, I'm talking about TikTok right now. When you click that arrow, the thing that you're going to go ahead and click on is called Duet. And then when you hit Duet, there you go, that little button Duet, it's going to put you guys side by side, the video that Nikki's doing and you sitting there kind of observing her video. So basically you're just sharing her video, but you're part of that video now to your own followers. You guys want to explain how you do that on Instagram? Because I actually don't know how to do that on Instagram, or is it the same thing?
It's around the same thing. I usually just do it in TikTok because it's easier. And then I'll take it from TikTok and I'll share it out to Instagram. So that's usually how I do it, just because it's TikTok's an easier platform, in my opinion, to do these things on. And if you do it in TikTok and then you save it before you post it, then the little TikTok watermark will not show up when you go to post it on Instagram. So that's very important too, because if you have the TikTok watermark in it and then you go to share it to Instagram, it doesn't get as much traction.
Absolutely. No, I love all of that. Thank you, Cari, for that. Because I know we say that often, but just pausing and helping and showing.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Good. Anyone have anything that happened over the weekend? I know I was texting Nikki last night with questions. Anything come up that you guys have questions about, or situations, or want to, we have her here, a wealth of knowledge and information.
Yeah, just in general questions, you guys.
Yeah. Bring them always.
Yeah.
And if not, I know last week, and I'm looking for some accountability. I don't see any, but Chrissy was going to the cabin, so she didn't have any. But Nikki, you were the one that said you were going to,
Oh, yeah.
I think like 700 text messages. How did your accountability go?
I sent them all out, and you want to know what? You guys wouldn't believe this, but I actually had 2 clients reach out from those texts and say, hey, thanks for sending this over. I just saw a home that I wanted to see if I could update my pre-approval for and make an offer on the home. So 2 clients did that. One of the offers was accepted, one was not, but they're back out shopping for a different home. So it does work. It does produce results. And out of 700, I mean, hey, why not? I mean, more than that's what, 1.5% return rate. So I'm happy with that, So, but yeah, so we had a lot of responses, a lot of people that just said, hey, thanks so much. Some people were just saying, hey, update, we're not going to be buying for a while. So we made all those updates in our system, but it's a very easy way to touch base with people, and 2 potential deals out of it. So
and that's awesome. Yeah, and in front of 700 people, and a lot of just conversations or back into, back and forth. So that's fantastic. Exactly what it's intended for. I love it. That's fantastic. Yay. Well, good. Anyone want to have accountability for this week? I know it's easy when you have some people to come back and have to, say whether you did it or not. Accountability is always good, even if
does anybody want to take this information or any information at all, or are they going to maybe take Nikki's video and do anything with it? Anybody want to share?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm at my son's school here, so I can show the video.
That's okay.
How you guys doing?
Hi.
Hi. Yeah, I do want accountability. So I reached out to Max to do like make something for door knocking. I'm trying to do a farming in my area here, just starting little, and we already did the design. I'm gonna make send the order, just get few stuff to kind of knock around, do a door knocking this weekend, and just introduce myself to the neighbors. So I want accountability on that, and the scheduling too, Angie. I know you made a whole video for me. I've been procrastinating, putting everything on my calendar. So that's another accountability I want to do for when we meet next.
I love it, Aminata. I have it down. So you talked with Max, you got the mailers, you're going to order them and get out door knocking to introduce yourself and then get your calendar in order. Got it. Thank you.
Love it.
Who else? Who else wants some accountability? It's helpful, even if a little.
Yes.
Good. All right.
All right.
Perfect.
Angie, do you have anything that you're focused on this week? Or are you going to do anything with this information that you heard from Nikki today?
Yes. I wrote down about the Fed meeting. If you talk about that and how it's not till next September, I'm going to duet the 1% equals 5 million new buyers, because I know Nikki will say it much beautifully better than I will. So duet that, and then talk about the FHA guidelines. I'm going to just kind of put out some pokes and just not say it all or explain it all, but give some highlights in hope that maybe that will get some engagement, whether it's other agents or potential buyers out there. And then, I think those are the main things that I want to focus on in getting that out to TikTok, those ones. Absolutely.
I love it.
How about you?
I love it. Yeah, I don't sell, so I'm not going to share this information. This is for you guys, and it's fantastic information. So I hope you all duet this. My goal this week is follow-up. So before you guys see me on Monday next week, I will have made at least 50 follow-ups of prospects and people I've met with in the past, just to check in and see if I can get another appointment on the calendar. So I'm going to do 50 for the week because I have a short week. I'm out on Friday again, but I can get 50 done in 4 days. So that's my goal.
Awesome.
All right, you guys. So get comfortable being uncomfortable, sharing your goal with others. Think about a goal for next week. Take this information, do something with it. At the very least, go find Nikki on TikTok or Instagram and share what she's posting to your social media, or listen to what she's posting, might make some notes and do your own video as a recap. Either way, you know, that's one thing that all of us could do right now. And I encourage you to do that at the very least. Thanks for joining us, you guys. We'll be back here. We're going to keep this call to 20 to 30 minutes, just depending upon how many questions, who wants to talk a little bit more about what they're doing in accountability. But we do have planned on our calendar. We can be here for up to 30 minutes, but we also like the fact that we're just, you know, kind of coming in, talking about the stuff that we need to talk about, and then getting to work, because that's really important too. So, all right.
All right.
Oh, wait, Alexis, you just picked up another open house. Woo!
I did. I picked up the one in my neighborhood.
Awesome. Good work. All right, you guys, have a great week. And if you want to, don't forget Thursdays. I am right here on this same Zoom link for an open kind of free coaching conversation or Q&A with me. Anything about EXP, anything about your business that you would like to jump in with. I am here at 8:30 Pacific, which of course is 9:30 Mountain, 10:30 Central, 11:30 Eastern. Same Zoom link. See you guys later.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.